back to my channel. I hope you're all staying safe and you're good. Don't actually do a lot of makeup videos on this channel because I do most of them on my Instagram, but I thought I would update you on a couple of new things that I've bought lately, and I also tried out reverse contouring, so yeah. Obviously watch the video if you want to see what that was like. What spurred me on to do this video was this palette from Stacey Marie with Be Perfect, the Carnival XL Pro palette. You get all of these shades, you get some neutrals, you get some pops of colours. I ended up with this look that I've got on right here, so if you want to see how I created this look with this palette, then keep watching. Okay, so I have a bit of a confession to make. I actually did do one eye and then I took it off. As you can see, my eye is still a little bit pink. I don't know if it's the eyeshadow that's staining it or what, but it's slightly worrying. It's having a bit of a mare. I don't know what was going on, but you know when you just have to like restart? I've done my brows. I actually have them laminated already, so I didn't really do a lot. I actually do like to spray them with this Got To Be Glued blasting freeze spray because they literally don't move when you put this on. So instead of using like a brow gel, I use this hairspray instead. Probably not the best thing for your brows if they've been laminated, but for my brows in particular, they make them stay. Zoom you in. I'm just going to carve out my eyebrows. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, which is cruelty-free and vegan. I'm using the shade Light Ivory because I think that is going to be a perfect colour for me. I've used this once already and I've got to say it's a really good concealer. Just kind of conceal my whole lid area and up to my brows. I'm going to take this small brush, just blend it all the way up to my eyebrow and just carve it out. That's like covered it a bit, but I would say I needed a bit more. It's not exactly P. Louise base. So I got this Peaches and Cream PC22 brush. It's like a fluffy tapered end brush. It's really good for getting in to like create some depth on the crease, or if you just want to use it to blend. I'm going to take Reckless and Persuasion, these two colours here, and mix them together to create like a pinky browny depth in the crease. I'm thinking of making it more of like a winged out effect, so I'm gonna take this out to about there. What I'm gonna do to diffuse that line out is just take a fluffy brush and just kind of diffuse that out a bit. Like I'm thinking night out, post lockdown, like glam, so full out, as much makeup as I can put on my face. Then I'm gonna go in with the colour Funky. This hot pink is just screaming my name at the moment. Take that on where I've diffused it. So I'm gonna start here and just pat on the colour and then use circular motions to blend. I'm just gonna do a section at a time. I'm bringing it slightly down onto that darker colour to make them a seamless blend. You guys seem to love the fashion content I do, so I never really do makeup tutorials on here. If you want to see more like makeup tutorials, I'm happy to do them. I'm gonna take it right up high to about there. Take that fluffy brush again, make sure that there's not a lot of product on there, and then I'm just gonna use a clean fluffy brush, well it's supposedly meant to be clean, to blend it out. So the next thing I'm gonna do is use the concealer to like cut my crease. I want like a really nice dramatic cut crease. So I'm gonna take some of the product on the back of my hand because it's gonna go like a pinky, baby pink color because of the concealer. The brush that I used to carve out my brows, I'm gonna use that, starting from that inner corner, and you can see it's gonna go like a pinky color. I think the trick is to just have a really nice flat brush. So how is everyone in lockdown? I swear I've been losing my mind lately. There must be something in the atmosphere. I also cannot wait to like start going out and seeing my friends like outside. I'm gonna follow it around. I think this is the closest colour here. It's called Makeup. Take that makeup colour and just tap it on. Yeah, I think it's a perfect colour to set that. This is the Melt Cosmetics gel liner in Immortal. I'm going to use that to do a wing liner, and I'm also going to use this Extreme 24 Hour Collection felt tip liner, and this is actually run out, but I like to use this applicator to apply it. Just think it's a lot nicer. So I'm gonna follow that wing. So I actually have a range of eco-friendly cotton thread lashes that are vegan and cruelty-free. They come in this little tin here. They're called Billie lashes, and I will link them down below if you want to get a hold of them. I only do UK delivery at the moment because I only do small batches of them and I don't make a lot of profit from them. I just wanted to introduce something eco-friendly to the market. This is the style Red Rose, and I also have another style called Stargazer Lily, which is more of a natural one. But what I'm gonna do for this look, because I want it to look super dramatic, is I'm gonna double them up. I already have a pair that I use which have already been doubled up. What's great about these lashes is that you can wear them up to 15 times. So I'm actually on my 15th wear of these. I'll show you them. Obviously I've worn these before, but you can see how fluttery they are. They're like, honestly, they're very three-dimensional. They're made out of cotton, so they're eco-friendly, no plastic. Just gonna pop these on. I wish it was that quick. I just felt like I wanted to go ultra glam and give you that option where you can make them into a really three-dimensional, voluminous, full-out lash if you wanted. I really like these. I think they stick down so easily, super full out, especially if you want that full-out vibe, but obviously they do come separately as well. I'm gonna grab a clean wet wipe and I'm just gonna go under my eyes and clean up the line. So what I'm gonna do as a little trick is where my eyeliner is like fucked up a bit because I'm having a bad eyeliner day, I'm just gonna take this wet wipe and wrap it around my finger and just kind of make it into an eyeliner shape. So I'm creating a wing with the pink. I love this shape because it really flatters every eye shape. Next thing I'm going to do is do a bit of reverse contouring. I want to try it out because so many people have started doing it. I'm actually going to put concealer on first, so I'm going to see if this makes any sort of difference. So I'm just going to take a bit of my Wet n Wild concealer and I'm actually going to just take it in the places where I like to have a bit of brightness. And recently I've been, instead of just doing like big triangles here, I've just kind of like put my concealer into more selective places. With reverse contouring, it's literally like you put your concealer on first and you put it underneath your foundation. So that is what I'm gonna do. Also, I've got loads of breakouts, so I'm just gonna cover those as well. So this is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer. I do like this, but you have to work fast with it because it dries really quickly. So I'm just gonna take it in areas that I want. So the top here, a little bit down the nose. Oh my god, I look crazy. I'm not sure if this is going to make too much of a difference, but we will see. Okay, so I would not recommend this concealer if you have dry skin. I struggled so much to blend that out and I still look a bit crazy, so I'm hoping that the foundation will cover it. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild foundation. It's a dewy foundation in the colour Soft Beige. I'm just gonna pop that on like, I guess like the other areas, like where I would usually put my foundation. Hopefully it's gonna cover this like patchiness. So I'm just gonna use that amount of foundation, which is a lot less than I usually would actually, and I think that's because we've got the contour and stuff on. Right, so I have the Peaches and Cream PC04 brush. I'm going to blend it out with that. This is actually a new makeup brush as well. Like, that's just covering my contour now, or is it me? It's literally just covering my contour. Like, I feel like I need to contour again now. Can you see the contour coming through? Like maybe a little bit. It's just given me a lot more coverage. Like I feel like I need to put more contour on now. Don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. So I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of contour. This time I'm gonna use my trusty Nip and Fab foundation in 45, which is what I've been using to contour, and it's a lot better. Like, it blends out so easily. That was a lot better. We'll forget about what just happened. I'm gonna bake a little bit with my CoverGirl Clean Professional powder. It comes with a puff, but I just never use it. I'm just gonna pop a little bit in there, and then I'm gonna use my Sigma 4D HD Kabuki angled brush. This is really good for getting under your eyes. And then take that, just use it to bake. This is really good, this brush, because you can really like get that angle. Do you know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna use my Carnival XL Pro palette to put some blush on my face, which is absolutely mad, I know, but I live life on the edge. I'm gonna take that Persuasion color that I put on my eyes, and I'm gonna use that as a blush. Okay, I think I put a lot on. Not bad. I'm gonna do it again on the other side. It takes a while for it to like build up, but don't put any more pigment on that. And it's all matching then to the eyes and everything. Like, it looks very intense for a blush, but I quite like the intensity of it. I'll take my Spectrum A01 brush, my favourite bronzer in the whole world, the bronzing powder from Bourjois Paris and Aldi, but I literally love it so much. And I'm just gonna use that to kind of also take away the bake, but also to bronze. And there's a little bit of patchiness, but I think that's from underneath, like the contour that I did. Might try and do the reverse contouring with a better contour next time. All the excess then, I'm just taking my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe No. 8 brush and just removing any of that bake gently. The only thing I would say is that I find that like around here I've got like open pores, and it's really exaggerated to my open pores, and you can see it's a lot patchy on that side. So let's just ignore that side. I'm gonna go in with my Carnival X Pro palette again, and I'm gonna take those colours, so exactly the same colours but underneath. But before I do that, I'm gonna take a bit of my concealer. This is something I've been doing for a while, and taking a tiny bit of the concealer, and then I'm gonna pop it in the waterline. And this might sound absolutely crazy. It's gonna act as like a tacky base for the eyeshadow to stick on. And I'm gonna use that Persuasion colour and Reckless, those two colours. I'm just gonna create a little bit of depth. My overall thoughts on this palette so far is that this palette is amazing. I'm going to do so many more looks with it. It's got so many nice colours. The variety of colours as well is absolutely insane. The pigment of all the colours are just amazing. Every one I've used so far is so good. And then I'm going to go straight into that funky colour, that bright pink, and on the same brush just take that underneath the eye. You can see how freaking pigmented this is. And then I'm going to take that blending brush that I was using to blend it all out and just diffuse that underneath the eye. I'm also going to take this colour here, Fairplay, which is like a highlighter. I'm going to pop it on the inner corner, the brow and my cheek. It has like a golden undertone to it and reflect, so it's going to make it look a little bit golden when it hits the light, melts into the skin. I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lash, so my Bad Girl Bang Benefit Mascara. This is my favourite one. The colour that I want to use is this colour here. It's from the deck of Scarlet in Trouble. It's called Trouble, and it is the most beautiful pink. It's literally exactly the same as that pink. So, like, come on. If I was setting it, I would set it with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. It's my favourite one, but I'm not going to do that right now because I have to take it off. Unfortunately, we are in lockdown. I'm not going anywhere. Okay guys, so my final thoughts. So this Carnival XL Pro palette is probably one of the best palettes I've seen. I've not tried the Morphe and James Charles palette, and people are comparing it to this, but what I like mostly about this and what the James Charles didn't have is that I found that they have some shimmers in there and highlighters, and I enjoyed the shimmers and the highlighters. I think the highlighter in there is so good. The 3 highlighters I'm really excited to use on my eyes as well. I've used that one there and it's just amazing. Really think that the colours are super pigmented, and I would highly recommend this palette if you wanted some neutrals and some colours. I honestly think this is going to be my favourite one now for the whole year, and I cannot wait to start using this on clients. I also really like this Wet n Wild foundation. The more I'm using it, that actually, like, the better it is. The only thing I'd say is that when you put powder on it and stuff, it definitely takes away the dewiness. So it's good if you've got dry skin, but when you set it, it just seems to like stop glowing. So the Wet n Wild concealer I really like. The only thing is that you need a lot of layering to like layer it on, which makes me kind of think, is it worth getting a more expensive one that's got more formula in there and that's more full coverage? I would highly recommend it over the Makeup Revolution, and it's kind of similar to the Barrier M1 in my eyes, which is what I use quite a lot. Some of my new brushes, the Peaches and Cream PC22 brush and the foundation brush, PC04 brush. Honestly, I absolutely love these. These brushes from Peaches and Cream are absolutely incredible. So if you're looking for some new brushes to invest in, I would highly recommend Peaches and Cream. Obviously my lashes as well. These are gonna drop again in July. So obviously I'm sold out of the lashes at the moment, but when these drop, I will let you know, and I will leave a link down below just in case. But if you're looking for some eco-friendly lashes, there's literally none in the industry at the moment, so be the first to get them. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you liked it. If you want to see more makeup videos or tutorials, reviews, first impressions, let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.